Hello there. Well, looking at the Labour Party leadership contestants, it looks like the party will soon be put out to pasture permanently. Firstly, as ever, please kick that YouTube algorithm up the backside by giving this video a big fat like. And I'm always uploading new content, so please do check my YouTube channel daily. And I'd also like to thank those who've wished me well over my flu. I've managed to just about shake it off, but I do still have a persistent and nasty dry cough, which makes it difficult to produce these videos, what with all the stopping and starting and editing involved. But I'll hopefully soon be back on the full 6 cylinders. So, with an age yet to go before we hear which of the 3 contenders gets the wooden spoon of the Labour Party leadership, we have to ask ourselves, why are they bothering? And I'm not talking about the fact that Keir Starmer looks to be romping home to the finishing line well ahead of the other 2. No, it's because all the Labour leadership contenders seem to be living in a detached Labour Party thought bubble that has absolutely zero connection with the country at large. And we even have one of the 2 frontrunners in the contest, Rebecca Long-Bailey, saying that the Labour Party arguments put forward to the electorate at the last general election were too intellectual for voters. I mean, what a great lesson in how not to win your supporters over, by basically calling them intellectually inferior or stupid and ignorant. Especially when, on inspection, Labour Party policies were just, well, plain potty and led by the Dotty. Something that, in their wisdom, a huge tranche of traditional Labour voters saw as the real truth. And Long-Bailey also managed to put a skewer through her own campaign when Andrew Neil got her to admit that, as a lawyer, she previously worked on setting up those awful and extremely costly NHS private finance initiatives. In fact, she defended them, saying that PFI was the only game in town. This from someone who wants to lead the Labour Party that always lays claim to the NHS. But just to set the record straight, there was a Conservative MP named Henry Willink, who as Health Minister announced the formation of the National Health Service back in 1944, well before Labour got its hands on the project the following year. And if you don't believe me, check out the YouTube video called A Healthier Britain 1944. It's less than 2 minutes long and a bit of an eye-opener for Labour supporters, I would think. Anyway, the NHS may not be as safe in the hands of a Long-Bailey Labour government, if ever such a thing were to come about, as her supporters would like to have you believe. And her pledge to deal with anti-Semitism within the Labour Party sounded as empty as the hand sanitizer aisle in your local supermarket. And the other frontrunner, and now favourite, Keir Starmer, seems to have won a glowing accolade from former Labour Prime Minister Gordon Brown, who said, "There is one candidate with the expertise, with the eloquence, with the dedication, with the commitment and indeed with the values that are necessary for Labour to return to power. Keir Starmer has all the qualifications that are necessary for a Prime Minister of the future. A vote for Keir Starmer is a vote for hope. It's a vote for the future. It's a vote for the values that all of us believe in deeply. Join Keir Starmer and let's elect a Labour government." Gordon Brown must be the only person not to recognise that whoever gets in is going to be a caretaker leader last person out with their finger on the light switch. Unless that caretaker leader can clear out the hard left core within the party and try and manoeuvre it to within a moonshot of the centre ground of politics. But the support of Gordon Brown as a new Labour architect might not go down well with the predominantly hard left in the party. Except that some on the Labour hard left do recognise that they need a politically acceptable, more centre-ground face at their head. And Long Bailey, as a known and ardent Corbynista who has even said she would consider having Corbyn in her cabinet, might strangely actually be too far left for the hard lefties who want to get into power. But Starmer would still have to face and confront the Marxist music at some point if he wants to make Labour truly electable again. But Starmer is not helped by his refusal to, so far, publish the details of his donors, one of which I understand gave his Labour leadership campaign a whopping 100 grand, something that Long Bailey has seized upon to make some political capital out of. Then, of course, there's Starmer's preference for maintaining an open-door immigration policy with the EU. That will not be popular with many Labour voters, who switched to the Tories in December's general election on just that point. All of this is just an indicator that the Labour Party will end up getting a leader that has learnt no lessons from their recent drubbing at the ballot box. And there are already indications that Labour could slide further into the electoral abyss in this year's local elections in May. None of the leadership hopefuls seems to have come equipped with a rudder that they can slot into the party to steer it out of choppy waters. And one big reason for this is that none of the leadership contenders has either the charisma or gravitas needed to drag together what is in effect a split party. So the overall message coming out is that the failed Labour leader is gone. Long live the failed Labour leader. But at the end of the day, I don't think it matters who wins. The next Labour leader is going to be spending far more time on political navel-gazing in the futile exercise of trying to fix the party to make it electable than they are on formulating real policies that real people would vote for. And the general public will not be listening to the Labour Party. And in the meantime, journalists' pens will scribble about them, typewriters and printers will tap, and column inches will pile up, but all to no avail, as I think it will all just prove to be a storm in an ink pot. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it. So what do you think about the Labour Party? Do you think it'll survive? Please share and comment, and thank you for listening. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.